Welcome back to ZNGP Today. As Marc Márquez edges toward equaling the all-time 500 cubic centimeters championship record, MotoGP legend Giacomo Agostini has thrown his weight behind the reigning Ducati star, urging fans to celebrate rather than jeer. With 8 Premier Class titles now in sight, Agostini reflects on Márquez's career revival, the Ducati advantage, and why respect should triumph over rivalry. With Liberty Media now officially at the helm of MotoGP, Ducati CEO Claudio Domenicali believes the series is poised for a new era of global fame, one where riders are elevated to the level of worldwide icons. Drawing parallels to Formula One's transformation under Liberty's direction, Domenicali sees a golden opportunity for MotoGP to reach untapped markets and build unified, powerful storytelling around its stars. Marco Bezzecchi has opened up about the toll of being Aprilia's lone development spearhead during MotoGP's 2025 preseason. With Jorge Martin's sidelined due to injury, Bezzecchi was thrust into a leadership role at a new factory, navigating the pressure of winter testing alone. The Italian described the first half of the season as mentally and physically draining, but also ultimately rewarding. As the MotoGP landscape shifts dramatically, with Liberty Media's acquisition of Dorna and sweeping regulation changes set for 2027, Tech3 team boss Hervé Poncharal is preparing for a new era. Speaking candidly, the 68-year-old Frenchman opened up about KTM's financial crisis, the need for new investment, and his own evolving priorities after nearly 4 decades at the front lines of racing. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Marquez currently sits on 7 Premier Class crowns, tying Valentino Rossi's tally. This season's pace suggests an 8th is far from a fantasy. Marc is capable of beating even my World Championship record. Giacomo Agostini's statement. Agostini, whose 8 500 cubic centimeters titles form part of a record 15 total World Championships, believes Marquez has the firepower and resilience to rewrite history. Marquez's switch from a floundering Honda to Ducati's rocket ship Bezzecchi has reignited his career. He went through difficult moments, and to start winning again he even gave up Honda's money to go to a private team. That gamble underscores Marquez's commitment, and sets the stage for his Ducati renaissance, which Agostini applauds. At the Italian GP, Marquez's Ducati home, some sections of the crowd booed, a situation Agostini finds regrettable. Marc is a great man and he deserves everything. We must bow to him, not boo him. In response, Ducati's Davide Tardozzi even called for a handshake between Marquez and Rossi, to heal divided fan sentiment. Despite his Yamaha heritage, Agostini recognizes that Ducati's current package offers unbeatable performance. If you want to win, you have to have the Ducati. As other marques play catch-up, Ducati's Bezzecchi remains the benchmark, a fact even convinced Yamaha supporters can't deny. Yamaha's slow climb back to competitiveness draws a nod from the Italian great. Yamaha are reflective. They prefer to think about things one more day. That measured development culture may yield long-term gains, but in the present, Ducati's head start is clear. Looking ahead, Agostini anticipates rule changes that will spotlight rider skill over electronic aids. When the regulations change, the rider will have more value, not the help of all those buttons they press now. Such shifts could reshuffle the hierarchy, though Agostini admits he'd still choose an MV Agusta revival if given the chance. Giacomo Agostini's call to bow not boo captures the complex tapestry of admiration, rivalry, and spectacle that defines modern MotoGP. As Marquez chases an 8th title, and possibly a place at the very top of the record books, the paddock and the grandstands are reminded, for legends in the making, respect is the greatest applause of all. Liberty Media's €4.2 billion acquisition of an 86% stake in MotoGP was greenlit by the EU in July 2025. Now, with control over both MotoGP and F1, Liberty aims to mirror its F1 success with MotoGP. It's a very, very exciting moment, to be honest, Claudio Domenicali said. Domenicali points to the sport's momentum and anticipates that Liberty will amplify it further by turning MotoGP riders into mainstream superstars. Liberty's F1 formula, media polish, celebrity access, and global content could now redefine MotoGP's reach. Really taking the riders to the level of heroes, already there, but magnifying this more geographically. From Marc Márquez's historic comeback to new-gen talents like Pedro Acosta, MotoGP has no shortage of narratives ready to be scaled globally. Domenicali believes Liberty can bring structure to how teams promote the sport, bridging gaps between high and low-effort teams. Some are doing a lot, some are doing less. A kind of controlling in terms of direction is one way to go. This would streamline storytelling and fan engagement, allowing the sport to present a consistent, premium brand across regions and teams. Ducati no longer sees itself purely as a manufacturer but as part of a broader entertainment ecosystem. We don't see ourselves as a bike manufacturer, more an entertainment company. That shift in philosophy is key to aligning with Liberty's strategy: sell the thrill, the drama, and the characters, not just the machines. MotoGP currently hosts only one race in the United States. Domenicali believes Liberty's American expertise could ignite new passion there. There is a lot of potential for MotoGP to grow, especially in the US. Formula One's explosive rise in North America, sparked by Liberty's investment in Netflix's drive to survive and multiple US races, serves as a blueprint for MotoGP's next chapter. While MotoGP has already enjoyed closer racing and growing fan engagement in recent years, Domenicali believes the next level is within reach, with Liberty providing the platform. A lot has been done, but still there is a lot of potential there. Unified team strategies, stronger international content, and more targeted market expansion may finally give MotoGP the visibility it deserves, turning riders into cultural icons and circuits into global destinations. Claudio Domenicali's optimism is clear. With Liberty Media now in control, MotoGP isn't just racing into the future, it's ready to entertain it. From local paddocks to worldwide stages, the sport's transformation could be as thrilling as its races. Bezzecchi joined Aprilia from the VR46 Ducati camp over the winter, expecting a strong preseason alongside Jorge Martin. But when Martin's injuries ruled him out of winter testing, Bezzecchi was left to carry the factory development program almost single-handedly. All alone developing the bike. I was really mentally and physically a bit destroyed, especially mentally, Marco Bezzecchi said. Despite some support from Lorenzo Savdori and the Trackhouse satellite team, the bulk of testing and setup work fell on Bezzecchi's shoulders. The pressure translated into frustration during the early races. Bezzecchi's results didn't reflect the effort he'd put in during testing, compounding his emotional fatigue. When the result wasn't really coming, I was also a bit sad. I was expecting a bit better, seeing all the job that we did. The Italian was candid about his struggle to stay optimistic as the season began slowly, facing higher expectations than the bike could initially deliver. Despite the early setbacks, Bezzecchi says a calm and composed mindset helped turn things around. As Aprilia began to improve and find results, his mood lifted. We kept calm, we kept cool, everything went a bit better, so we started to grab some good results. This was fantastic. Bezzecchi credits Aprilia's technical staff and his own mental resilience for navigating the first half of the campaign successfully, even before Martin returned. Jorge Martin finally returned to full fitness at the Czech GP, his first full-distance MotoGP race for Aprilia, and his presence has already made an impact. Now that Jorge came back, we can collect even more data together with the Trackhouse crew. With Martin back, Aprilia now has two top-level riders pushing development forward, leveling the playing field with data-rich teams like Ducati. With 2 competitive riders and collaboration across both the factory and trackhouse garages, Aprilia is set to focus on fine-tuning and consistency heading into the second half of the season. Now it's all about the details. After a difficult start, Bezzecchi now sees the foundation being laid for a stronger future, one built not just on performance, but shared burden and deeper support. Marco Bezzecchi's honesty offers a glimpse into the unseen pressures of MotoGP development. With Jorge Martin finally back and Aprilia stabilizing, Bezzecchi's burden may have lifted, but the lessons and resilience he gained could define the rest of his season. Tech3's current partner, KTM, suffered a financial scare over the winter, sparking uncertainty across its racing programs. Poncherel admitted this jolted him into thinking about contingency plans for the first time. "They told us, we don't know if KTM will survive. It was very serious. I had to think, if I don't have a motorcycle, I'll stay home. If I stay home, it's the end of my company." KTM recovered well and continues to support Tech3, but the moment was pivotal. Poncherel realized the time had come to plan beyond his own stewardship of the team. With Liberty Media officially taking control of MotoGP and regulatory changes incoming in 2027, the championship's commercial and technical dynamics are about to transform. "We know that with Liberty and the new rules, every team must grow. You need to invest, and independent teams can't do it alone anymore." Poncherel sees an opportunity to ensure Tech3's survival by opening the door to external investors for the first time. For decades, Poncherel dismissed the idea of selling any stake in Tech3. But 2025 changed his tune. "Until now, I always said no. But now I'm listening. Maybe it's interesting." He's currently in talks with multiple potential investors. Options include selling a minority stake, a majority stake, or even the entire team, though no decision has been made yet. Age and personal reflection are also playing a role. Poncherel is not just thinking about Tech3's future, but his own. He's ready to gradually step back. "I'm 68. I love cycling, swimming, being at the beach. I haven't done that for 40 years. That's worth more than money." He intends to ensure the team's survival beyond his leadership, aiming for a smooth transition by 2027, when a new organizational structure will take over. Poncherel envisions 2026 as a transitional year where new investors can integrate into the team before MotoGP's new era begins. "My goal is to make a final decision by the end of 2025. So 2026 becomes the transition, and by 2027 we're ready as a new organization." Hervé Poncherel's statement. He remains clear that his mission is long-term stability and continuity for Tech3, even if his personal path shifts toward a well-earned retirement. Hervé Poncherel is a pillar of the MotoGP paddock, but even legends must look to the future. As MotoGP races into a new commercial and technical age, Tech3 could soon be racing with a new partner and a new vision for survival and success beyond 2027. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. And see you next time!